Hey guys, zoidbergenstein here with a series of videos chronicling NUC's journey from brand new World of Tanks team all the way to as far through the WGLNA as we can make it. The match that we're going to examine today is between us and Cazadores on the map Cliffs. Now this is one of our very first World of Tanks matches, and we're playing a WGLNA Gold League team. Add to that the fact that we don't have all the tanks that we want unlocked because we are still very new to this game, and we're going to have to go about this in a very different manner. We're using two 5100s, two T69s, and one 1390, and we're going to be going against three 1390s and two Persians. Now the reason we're running two T69s here is because we know that 1390s can flank the west side and try and take that hill. We're going to use our T69s, who will have shots before the 1390s, to contest that west side and get our 1390 up the hill and try and gain some map control. We'll send our 5100s to the EF hill line and try and get some peak shots based on our 1390 spotting. If we can get all of this to line up, we still feel that even with this tank composition, we have a good chance of winning. Our Eastern Tier 1 is very important here. He's going to be the tank that keeps us from getting flanked on that east side, which is especially important because we only play two tanks on the top of the hill. Lost and I are both very exposed in these 5100s. Now normally, as I mentioned, we try and push that EF line and get out there. Should have known better on this map. With three 1390s and two Persians, there's no way that we're going to get that position, and we each take a hit that we shouldn't have. Now, knowing that we have spots, we can put out more damage than those 1390s. So we're going to try and line one of the 1390s up, get some early damage out, and then retreat. I move forward, we wait for that spot. As soon as we get it, Lost and I will both unload into a 1390, doing as much damage as possible and trying to even up this HP advantage that the other team currently has. We're fortunate enough to get all of these shots to penetrate. We do a lot of damage to a 1390 who has to try and retreat, where we have a T69 and a 1390 looking at him. We're able to put out some more damage on another 1390, and then the call comes that both of their Persians are pushing towards us. I take a snapshot on one, I track him, I put one more shot in him, and I'm going to back into a retreat here. Now unfortunately, Lost gets stranded, so it's very important that we keep one of these 5100s alive. I go into a full retreat and start moving to where my 1390s and T69s will be able to cover me. If I get pushed by a Persian, the T69, either one, or the 1390 will be able to push over that hill and shoot the Persian as he tries to attack me. Angles are very, very important here. My retreat has to be a retreat that can be covered by the other tanks. If I choose to go at an angle where I can't be covered, one of those Persians could very easily follow me and put shots into me during my long 48-second reload. Unfortunately, when you're on a 5100, there's just nothing you can do about this reload. I've got 48 seconds. I just have to get someplace where I can survive 48 seconds without being shot. I am going to try and position myself so that as soon as my reload time is up, I will have shots. I see that Sero and Nafe are my two living tanks, so I'm going to try and support them. I catch a 1390 trying to flank him, and I'm going to set up shots. Now that was just a bad shot. I thought I could hit him, but I didn't. I do have 6 shots, so I feel comfortable taking one wasted shot, and then I'm going to line this guy up and try and fight him with Sero and Nafe. I get one penetration to the back of the gun, I line up a second shot, and he goes down. I did end up taking one wasted shot there. When you're in a 5100, or any autoloader for that matter, it's very important that you don't miss shots like that. With that long reload, every one of your shots has to count. If you're missing shots, you're better off playing a faster tank that doesn't have the high reload time of the 5100 and trade that spike damage for damage per minute. We have a fairly significant advantage at this point. We have 2 Tier 8 tanks left up compared to their 1. Even though I'm at 50% HP and Nafe is only at 17, that 2 tank advantage is huge. We have 2 guns firing at him and 2 angles that we can watch, so it's going to be very difficult for him to pull out this win. As long as Nafe and I stick together and shoot that tank together, we should come out of this with the win. Now from previous calls, I know that the Persian is sitting around half health. That means that I'm going to need all 3 of these shots to land in order to kill him. I really should have been more careful against that 1390 to not waste 2 shots. I feel much more comfortable fighting this Persian knowing that I have 2 shots to waste rather than needing to land all 3. We get the spot on the Persian and I take a very early shot. And like I just said, that was actually fairly dangerous. I wanted him to miss me, but I have to make sure my shots land if I'm going to get that kill. Now, you saw exactly why it's so much of an advantage having 2 tanks up. I put 2 into the T69, he tries to take an angle where I can't hit him, and he did. I was going to have a very difficult time with that shot, and Nafe is able to take up an angle and finish that kill. Now, they have 1 Tier 1 left, we know that he's on our flag, I'm going to beeline over and just end this match. Because Spanish slipped the cap early, and they're just getting on cap, we are guaranteed this victory. There's nothing left that they can do. Now, this was a map, like I mentioned at the start, we were really very uncertain of. This being one of our very first World of Tanks matches ever against a team with Gold League experience on a team composition that we're not very comfortable with, I really didn't think we had much of a chance of winning. Fortunately, we were able to come together, we had some really strong crossfires, we had some really strong team play, and we came out of this with a win. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a series of videos that I continue to try and do, so if you enjoyed it, follow me on Twitter at zoidbergenstein. I'll let you guys know when more of these are coming out. Subscribe on YouTube. You'll get automatic updates every time I upload a video. And if you feel like watching us live, Sero streams nightly, every night except Sunday night, which is our night off, at twitch.tv/Sero. That's SERHO. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future, and thank you again for watching.